There are always two sides to every transaction. There's the home buyer's point of view and the home seller's point of view. This is part 2 of the home and negotiations. Thank you for listening to the Russell Realty Minute. At Work with Evan on the Twitter feed, evan@therussellteam.com for any emails. When we're making an offer or we're going to the house, we always want to consider the seller's motivation. Right? We want to try to find out what the seller's motivation is the best we can. We don't want to be intrusive. It's really none of our business where the seller's going, but it makes some sense to understand the dynamics. For example, if the house is vacant and the seller's moved to an out of state, they might be a little more, aggressive on the pricing because the home is sitting vacant. If the seller has a baby on the way, they've got 6-8 months before they have to be somewhere. They might not be so energetic to take a price, very far off their asking price. So we always want to think about what the situation is, where the seller's going. Is it a divorce situation where they're going to haggle on the price because they have to split the money equally? Is it an out-of-state relocation? Is it a job transfer? Is it a growth? Is it a family growth? Is it a family downsizing? Our kids moving to a different school system? You always have to figure out what is the reason. Now, that's your buyer agent's job to kind of figure out why that is. They need to ask the right questions. They need to do the homework for you, so it puts you in the best situation to negotiate. Negotiate isn't always just paying full price every single time. Okay, here's your money, take it or leave it. Right? It's really figuring out how you, the buyer, can get the best deal and how the seller can understand, in his perspective, how he's going to leverage the most amount of money out of his sale. So communication between the buyer agent and the listing agent is good. The listing agent should put the seller in a good light, and the buyer agent obviously should put the buyer in a good light. They're ready, willing, and able. Nothing to sell. 20% down. Can close anytime. So when you're actually constructing the offer itself, right, be mindful of the dates. If the buyer's flexible, say, listen, we can put a closing date that meets your schedule. Right? We can put a buyer financing date, a contingency date that meets your schedule. Right? We're in this situation, you're in that situation, let's come together. So there's a lot more to the offer process than just the price. Right? Dates, time, contingencies, home inspections, things like that also factor into what makes the deal comfortable and smooth. Now, I wouldn't recommend in any case waiving a home inspection. I think that's a buyer's right. I think they should do it every single time. I don't think it's something that should ever be waived. Now, if you're buying a small condo, you might want to think about it. Is it worth it? What are they really going to check? But if you're buying a single-family home, you definitely want to have a licensed home inspector kind of go through and go through and see what's what. Now, again, it's about the date, the time, the purchase type, the financing type, where the seller's going, and understanding their motivation as to do they have a house to go, are they to go to, are they building new construction, are they downsizing, are they going out of state, is the home vacant, is something wrong with the home, is it a divorce situation? Those things are very important when determining how you're going to make an offer on a house that you like, and your buyer agent is the one that should gather that information for you.